It's good to catch up, Craig, at TPAC Toronto 2025. How are you enjoying the conference so far?
It's great. I always enjoy these conferences, Rob. It's just so nice to see everyone, that annual catch up with everyone, and enjoy a wine and have some chats. Yeah, really enjoying it.
Yes. So now we've had a few years of TPAC and we've been fortunate to come back as well as Asia. Just your thoughts on how I believe GraniteWMS is working for a lot of the bars and their recognition.
Yeah, I've always believed that it takes 3 to 4 years before you get any type of traction amongst the bars, and I think this is probably our 7th or 8th year now with TPAC. Really pleased that it's grown to Asia and Africa as well. So, many years ago, Mish from South Africa said to me, "Have you ever been to TPAC?" And I had never even heard of TPAC. I really wish I'd come earlier. So after 8 years, it's certainly rewarding, and I feel that it's definitely worth the effort. Certainly worth the plane flights.
Some of the feedback I know personally with the bars here, they're really accepting GraniteWMS very well. Just your thoughts about the market you're penetrating and winning, where you're winning business across North America.
I give a lot of thought to this because we're always told we have to prepare our ICP, what is the customer profile that you're after. And I certainly have realized that while we have the capability of dealing with the corporates and chasing the big deals, the meat is really in the small deals. It's in the 10 user, 20 user warehouse space, where a lot of the business partners here have customers in that space, but they don't really pay a lot of attention to it. And I think that that's the sweet spot for us. And I certainly see a lot of traction there. Even today, picked up 3 or 4 leads from partners who just didn't think that we could scale into that bottom end of the market. And certainly we can. So I'm excited by that.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. So if we look at the markets across North America, just some of the regions and the scale of the types.
So we've always been active in the East Coast, New York area, and we have some very good partners in that space. But I'm more excited about Canada now, and certainly after a couple of really nice implementations here on the East Coast of Canada, I think we're going to see Canada grow. And I think the partners in Canada are looking for business more actively than North America. There's a lot of uncertainty. That said, I've got some inquiries out of the West Coast. There's certainly one West Coast partner that has real opportunity. And we're still looking for that sweet spot in the Midwest, but I think it will come. On the whole, the United States is a large market, and it's always an exciting market to be in. You just have to crack the code.
Yeah. A lot of the bars, the argument now is there's opportunity now with this probably unsettled period between Canada and the United States. Just a little bit of your thoughts about that.
My initial thought was it's all about uncertainty in the market and in the United States market. But I also picked up during the course of today that a lot of the bars have been really busy trying to figure out how to do the tariff stuff. So their attention has been on, oh my gosh, we've got this emergency of tariffs, and we have to figure out solutions for it. And that might have taken some of the attention away from other solutions. So while I'm still a bit worried about the uncertainty in the United States, I think there may be some other mitigating reasons, and I'm hopeful that that's almost behind us now, and we can move forward and carry on helping customers make their warehouses work better.
I see that you've been picking up some business in New York. Just a reflection of those sort of sites. Are they indicative of GraniteWMS?
I love New York. I thrive on the energy in New York. When you land in New York, even when you get off the airplane, there's an energy, there's a feeling in New York. And as a result, that might intensify the way I work in that market. So as a result, I certainly have picked up some great sites in New York. And I also relate really well to our partners and a lot of the Jewish community in New York. So we've got fantastic sites and fantastic customers with great references. So some of the industries that we're doing there are everything from food and beverage through to a new one, packaging material upstate in New York, where they make bubble wrap and shipping envelopes. And that's an exciting project that we're going live with this month. In late December, we went live with a company that does toner cartridge distribution. So really, it's all over the map in terms of the types of applications. But what's unique about New York is that the guys are hustlers. They make work happen, and they want to improve their businesses. So we certainly see it as a result of growth and of companies growing. Our customers actually see growth.
I've been with you now for 2 years, and I've seen the strength and the growth of Granite, especially developing a very strong help desk and a very reliable product. But I've really never fully understood the foundation of the product.
I could take you back 30 odd years when I started working in barcoding, writing barcoding applications for ACPAC for DOS. And that was sort of the start. But my whole career I've done barcoding systems, and that's moved into building a warehouse product. So in 2009, we had our first site. And that site was really interesting because it was new, it was custom, but we started to see the opportunity for a solution, and we looked around for other customers. A year later, we signed 2 more, and now we had 3 sites, and then we signed another 4 sites, and we had 7. And it's so interesting because you're doubling every year. It's 7, and then it's 14. It's not huge. But today, at having sold over 250 sites, the slog is worth it. And we see the growth, we see the energy that we put in being rewarded by market dominance, by being the market leader.
Excellent. Thanks, Greg. So we look at the sites around the world. What's the scalability of Granite WMS?
Goodness, when we first started, I had concerns about that. And our average site has got sort of 20 pickers, maybe doing 100 orders a day, 200 orders a day, something like that. And we felt comfortable with that. But, more recently, we've rolled out at a large shoe distributor. They're a global company with 30 warehouses around the world. And we've just done a site in Kenya. We're about to do one in Zambia. We've done one in South Africa. And we're talking about a company that distributes 1 million pairs of shoes a month. We're talking about 800 to 1,000 orders a day, and real volumes, and 50 people picking orders in different departments and picking individual shoes. So we're tracking millions of pairs of shoes, and I think that's testimony to the technical design of the product and strength of the product. Then I believe we can scale. I believe that we can scale to groups of companies and to the corporate space. The question is rather whether we want to, and I am far more comfortable with the guy who owns his business and can make a quick decision than sitting in weeks of board decisions and tenders and appeasing the corporate market. So we're very happy with our entrepreneurial type customer.
Excellent. That's great. Yeah, so what's the plans of expansion?
I want to conquer the world. So, last night I had a really good meeting with a partner out of Malaysia, and just in the next 2 months, I will be in New York and then in Canada. End of May, I will be here in Toronto with Bass, and then I fly to the UK. And we're launching our big initiative in the UK at the Smart Manufacturing Week conference in Birmingham. and that's the first week of June. And then straight after that, I fly in literally that weekend to the Safex conference in South Africa, and I'm looking to build out in all of these markets. So really, we want global coverage, and it's about finding active partners who are excited about what we do in any region in the world.
Well, I have to say, Craig, the right product, right time, well done.
So Rob, with the time that we've worked together, I think you've got some unique insights into how we address this mid-market space and this Sage ERP space. I am torn as to whether the business partner salespeople are the instigators of business or whether it is the consultants. And what's your feeling on that? Should we be chasing the relationship with the consultants?
I have to say, Craig, you've really hit the nail on the head. It's both areas, and I think we're doing the branding and marketing well, and the fact that you're getting these sites with great outcomes makes my job easier every time. The relationship is long-term, it has to be, and that's really the success of, say, the TPAC conferences, where we can expose Granite throughout the world, really. And yeah, I think we'll continue along that path, but you're right. I think we're going to see some changing times over the next year or two. So our approach to some of the VARs, that motivation point may change, but you're right. We just plug away and we'll get those outcomes.
Right.
Well, thanks, Greg, for a great weekend with you again, and hope to catch up with you soon.
Rob, it's always a pleasure. I love being here, and I really love you and Marie's company. So fantastic.
Thank you.